The Real Thing is the third album from Faith No More, released on June 20th, 1989 through Slash and Reprise Records. It is the first album to feature Mike Patton after the firing of former vocalist Chuck Mosley. Faith No More would expand their sound range yet again, combining alternative, funk, metal and rap elements. The writing for most of The Real Thing took place after the Introduce Yourself tour. Producer Matt Wallace said that a 19 to 20-year-old Patton wrote the lyrics over a 10 to 12 day period, which is frankly absolutely mental when they're all this good. It's an impressive album by even today's standards, breaking boundaries left and right. It's also an incredibly important album to me personally, playing a huge role in my own musical development and influences from the age of about 14. No longer was music just different genres of metal to me at this point. Faith No More were making music that only Faith No More could make, which is why I'm ranking this masterpiece song by song to determine which is the best. So without further ado, dude, let's dig into this bad boy. Coming in at number 11, I've got War Pigs. Yes, it is a great song, and a great cover of a great song, but it's not their song. Something had to occupy the bottom slot, and frankly, on such a game changer of an album, let's be honest, the cover should be last. This is one of a couple songs that are considered bonus tracks from the sessions, to be fair, as both this and Edge of the World don't appear on the original vinyl pressings of the album, appearing instead on the CD and cassette versions. They do a great job of it, but it's the least essential track on here. Personally, I prefer the Live at Brixton version where Patton is intentionally antagonizing the metal guys with his delivery of blah 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 blah. I give it an 8 out of 10. Coming in at number 10, we've got an instrumental track, Woodpecker from Mars, and it's a damn good one. Showcasing their cinematic prog metal potential, this band could have easily found work doing movie soundtracks. I can remember getting this album and picturing the artwork moving around and a bunch of crazy stuff happening in my head when this would kick in. And that mid-section where it sounds like this colossal wall of sound just crumbling down gives me chills to this day. I love this album a lot, so it's no surprise that we're entering the realms of high praise already with this record. 8 out of 10. Coming in at number 9, we've got Underwater Love. This is one of the most upbeat songs about murder ever written, somehow seamlessly juxtaposing an upbeat rock song with lyrics about drowning your lover. It's a danceable rhythm from Borden and Gould paired with Jim's power rock guitars, and the organ sound Roddy is playing on this one makes it for a delightful listen. Could have been a single if they wanted it to be. It's got a catchiness to it. Kind of fits with a similar vibe that Falling to Pieces has. It's kind of happy sounding, but, you know, who says that one of my sunny day jams has to not be about murder? 9 out of 10. Coming in at number 8, we got The Morning After. So this one's an atmospheric groover with a catchy beat to it. One of these tracks that really plays with space. The quiet bits allow for so much melody to breathe, while the heavy parts are harsh and pummeling. Roddy Bottum truly understands when to let a note just ring out, and sometimes less can be more on an instrument. Brilliantly atmospheric song, one that only this band could pull off. 9 out of 10. Coming in at number 7, we've got Edge of the World. Yeah, we can nail lounge music as well, but in true Faith No More fashion, it's a lounge song about a particularly seedy, messed up character. I won't go into too much detail, but a simple scan of the lyrics will give you a hint. Amazingly, it's also incredibly smooth and catchy. The closing na-na-nas along with the saxophone always gets stuck in my head. Interestingly, fun little anecdote here, only 7 of the 11 tracks on the record feature all 5 members. It's silly me, I wrote a typo there, but I'm keeping this in. So yeah, there's no Jim on this one cause no guitar, no Roddy on War Pigs and Surprise You're Dead cause no keys, and no Mike Patton on Woodpecker as it's an instrumental. Anyway, Edge of the World gets a 9 out of 10. Love this song. Coming in at number 6, we've got Surprise You're Dead. Arguably the band's most straight up metal song, and they still manage to be weird about it. The main groove of this song's chorus is in this 12/8 kind of triplet-y feel that bounces along like some maniacal, cartoonish killing machine. It's also time signature changes galore for any prog heads in the audience that are scared of being in 4/4 for too long. The mid-section is singably chaotic, if that makes sense. Whole thing's fantastic. Short and sweet, 9 out of 10. Coming in at number 5, we got Falling to Pieces. This is an underappreciated single in my opinion. This is to Faith No More as Escape is to Metallica. Fans love it, the band don't, which I think is a shame because this not only is one of my favorite tracks of '89, but the video just might be my favorite music video ever. It's infectiously catchy, refreshingly major sounding for a quote-unquote song on a metal album. This is a song I throw on a sunny day when I want to be funky. I love this one. I will not apologize. 10 out of 10. Coming in at number 4, we got From Out of Nowhere, an energetic opener that completely kicks the door in. Everyone's strengths are on display from the get-go. Mike Borden's tribal drumming, Jim Martin's driving metal guitars, the wondrous whimsical strings provided by Roddy Bottum on the keyboards, Bill Gould providing one of the coolest bass lines ever put to tape, and the vocals absolutely belting over the top. Best introduction for a new vocalist you could hope for. This one's a 10 out of 10. Coming in at number 3, we got Epic. This is the band's groundbreaking mega hit. Overplayed? Maybe. Timeless classic? Of course it is. Hip-hop verses colliding with cinematic metal choruses? Sign me the hell up. But the real beauty of this track begins around the 2-minute mark, where one of the greatest guitar solo sections of all time begins. Whenever the interlude into the guitar solo of this song kicks in, I feel like a wide-eyed 14-year-old hearing it for the first time all over again. A true sense of, I can't think of anything I've ever heard that sounds both this unique and this breathtaking. An underrated part of this song is how melodic it goes on to be, especially closing out with that haunting piano part. You bet your ass it's a 10 out of 10. Coming in at number 2, we got Zombie Eaters, a brilliantly written progressive metal opus. Contrary to the song's title, this is actually a track told from the perspective of a baby, but not in a cute way. More of a grotesque, egocentric supervillain hellbent on its parents' mental destruction through the mind games of consciously pushing them to the brink by screaming and soiling itself. Musically, we begin with a dark acoustic vibe, only to land in evil, shouty triplet metal land. Then you get a proggy bit with some odd time signatures, which I believe to be 5/4 or 10/8 or some other music jargon neither of us really understand. It sounds cool, there you happy? Then we're back in shouty metal land, and then we get a cool breakdown into a mid-paced thrash metal riffage before returning to the acoustic cave we initially emerged from. Fantastically written song, 10 out of 10. So finally, coming in at number 1, we have the album's title track, The Real Thing. The Real Thing? The Real Thing. I don't know, I feel like I said that weird. Anyway, this is one of those albums where the title track is truly the shining jewel in the crown. Talk about a long song that doesn't feel long. This one is 8 minutes and 13 seconds that fly by. Somehow equal parts raging heaviness and also a meditative vibe. Beginning with a delayed and reverb rim click drum rhythm, throaty bass slides, less is more tension bearing strings, haunting guitar feedbacks, vocals that start out soft and then belt, accompanied by explosive power chords that almost jump scare the listener just to accentuate how much unfiltered power you're bearing witness to. After kicking into a more straight ahead chugging metal rhythm with explosively belted lyrics describing a psychedelic experience, the music begins to breathe around you like some sort of giant living organism. After the chanted onslaught reaches its climax, the chill vibe of the intro returns in an almost reassuring tone before letting out another blast of immersive, intense, and vivid emotion. The line, "You can't refuse the embrace," feels apt as this song has complete and utter command over the listener from start to finish. I really cannot stress just how compelling this track really is. This bad boy gets the coveted Eddie Sparxx 11 out of 10. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. I think I might cover some more Faith No More because I've been on a little Faith No More kick as of late. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little bell so you get notified of any releases. And, you know, let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know. Anyway, later, dude.